Okay, so it's been a very long time since I've made one of these videos, but it is once again time to make a Destiny 2 fashion showcase. Because with every new season comes new fashion, and I'm excited to show you what this season has to offer. But really quick, before we start, don't forget that if you want to participate in any of my fashion contests like this one, or like any of the ones that we have every single weekend, go ahead and click on that link down below to join my Discord server. And even though I love the Destiny fashion subreddit to death, I feel like it's a very good alternative to that just because it is filled with a little bit too many memes these days. And if you like your knees the way they are, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, or else I'll make them bend the other way. And if you end up liking the video, that like button isn't too far away. And also make sure you stick to the end, that way you find out who wins the amazing prize that is the seal of approval. Or if you want to cheat, I'm going to go ahead and just leave a bunch of skip links down below. But anyway, let's get to the fashion. As always, I am Muffin Bandit, and I'm here to stop you looking like this guy right here, and instead get you looking like Siu and this very elegant looking hunter. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with what he's wearing first. For his head and his chest, he's rocking the new Nemean set from the Eververse store. For his arms and his legs, he's rocking the Meridian Constellation set from the Season 15 Season Pass. For his cloak, he's rocking the Neoteric Coyote cloak from the Eververse store. And for his shader, he's rocking the Amarita's Dream, also from the Season 15 Season Pass. Okay, so when I first saw this, I thought he was rocking the whole entire Meridian Constellation set and just putting on a different shader on there. But then I looked closer and then I saw that he was breaking it up with the Nemean set and the Neoteric Coyote set. So I have these loose criteria that I use whenever I go and pick a set to show you guys. One thing, I want you to basically make your armor look unrecognizable to me. I make a lot of these videos and I basically know what every single armor set is by now. So if you can make your whole entire armor set look like it came straight from Bungie, and where I need to go into the gear list to make sure that you're not just cheating and using one whole entire set, that is a win in my book. Another thing about this hunter is he definitely just looks like a main character, you know? Like he looks like he can work underneath Petra or something, or he can be a guardian working for Mara. He definitely looks like he should be included in the main story in Destiny. I also just like how most of your armor sets are new with the exception of your cloak, but the cloak you can go ahead and get right now at the Eververse store. So even if you're just joining in late, so if you're a new player or something, you can make your guardian look exactly like this. But anyway, thank you very much, Siu, for your submission, but let's go ahead and move on to Beefimus Prime's Titan. You know, out of all of the sets that we got this season, I did not expect for someone to use the Broken Dreams ornament for the Precious Scars, at all. I see Precious Scars as one of the worst looking exotics in the game. I mean, you can make it look good, for example, this post on Instagram I did. Link down below to that, by the way, if you want that. But oh boy, do I love being surprised by people, because the Broken Dreams ornament, I had just shrugged it off, but somehow, Beefimus, you did it, man. You made that ornament look good. But you didn't stop there. The Vernal Growth Gauntlets and the Greaves, both from the Revelry event, for all of you new players that's not around anymore, but I could never make that set work for me. But you didn't stop there either, because the Shadows plate I had already passed off as one of the ugliest plates we've ever gotten, especially from a raid. And I never made that thing work, and every single time I see it, I just kind of shrug it off. And somehow you made that look good. What is wrong with you? You made so many sets that I think are ugly, you made them look great, and I don't think I'll ever forgive you for that. At least the Moonfang X7 mark wasn't too much of a surprise to me, considering I use it for a lot of my own builds. But now let's go ahead and go over shaders, because you are using 3 of them. So on your helmet, you're rocking the Grand Luster shader. On your chest, gloves, and boots, you're rocking the Resilient Laurel. And for your butt cape, as you put it, you're rocking the Braytech Innovation. But anyway, thank you very much, Beefimus, for submitting your Guardian. It was a very pleasant surprise seeing someone do something with that Broken Dreams ornament. I see you a lot in my Discord server. Keep up the good work. And speaking of people that I see a lot of in my Discord server, we have Bloodbeard Grim. You know what's a really cool thing that I like saying? The fact that we have regulars in the Discord server. That's an achievement. We have people coming back and submitting fashion to us. It's great. But anyway, you guys knew that I was going to include that Mask of Bacchus ornament in here, right? It's pretty freaking dope. But anyway, let's get to the rest of your gear. For your arms, you're rocking the Tangled Web Grips, which are a random drop. For your chest, you're rocking the Scorned Baron Vest, which is also a random drop. For your legs, you're rocking the Shadow Strides from the Crown of Sorrow raid. And you're also rocking one of the best cloaks in the game, the Aphrodite's Iron Cloak from the Iron Banner, which is basically not available anymore. And for your shaders, you are rocking the refurbished Black Armory shader, which you get from dismantling like old Black Armory weapons and armor. And for the rest of your set, you have on Amethyst Veil, which comes around sometimes in the Eververse store. So I just like how many different things kind of subtly fit well together. So on the boots, there are wings coming off of them, or whatever those are. That matches very well with like the wings on the neck area on Aphrodite's cloak. And all of the like pointy bits coming off of the arm matches well with all of the pointy bits coming off of the legs, and even with the thorn itself. I also like how the Beastly Visage ornament is supposed to be a war beast, and that just fits very well together with the legs, considering that they have claws on them. And I know some of you are going to try to complain about how it's an edgy hunter, and of course I picked it. No. I haven't actually seen too many people rock the Beastly Visage ornament right. Like, some people have been taking the hood off, for example. What the hell are you doing? It's a very edgy helmet, and it demands an edgy armor set to go with it. But anyway, great job as always, Grim. And now let's go ahead and move on to our first Warlock of the day, Herbironot. Am I saying that right? I'm just not good at guessing people's names. You guys have such crazy names sometimes. But anyway, this Warlock is a very good example of what it means to follow a theme. So they're using the induction ceremony ornament for the Stormdancer's brace, and that's where the theme really starts. Because this Guardian is supposed to look like there's a bunch of electricity running through him, and two pieces really help out with that: the Interlace Bond and the Braytech Researcher's Hood. Both of those have like a lot of components on them that make it look like they can possibly hold an electric charge, or could possibly protect him from an electric charge. And with Dawning Hope, that all just comes together nicely because it makes the cloak look really rubbery, and all of the yellow bits on the cloak, on the helmet, on the legs, and even on the gloves really make it sell that whole like electricity vibe. He really does just look like he can be one of those like performers, you know, the ones that have like Tesla coils around them and have a bunch of like electricity jumping from the coils over to them, and then they like do some cool stuff with like metal rods and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm pulling up a video right now in the background, but he definitely looks like he can be pulled from one of those videos. I also want to point out the attention to detail that Her really brings to the table here, because the induction ceremony robes have this like pattern going on throughout the robes. You can especially see it right there in the back of the robes. That little pattern is also in the Pathfinder's wraps and the Pathfinder's pants. I just love whenever you guys put that much attention to detail into your armor sets. So again, Herbironot, however you say your name, fantastic job. And next up we have another person here that has another hard name to say, Dastardly Daimyo. I think I said that right. Like I said, feel free to correct me in the comments down below because I am terrible at names. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with your armor. So for your head, you have on the Nemean helm from the Eververse store. For your arms, you have on the Iron Fellowship gauntlets from the Iron Banner. For your chest, you have on the Sunstead plate from Solstice 2021. For your legs, you have on the Legs of Optimacy from the Eververse store. And for your mark, you have on the Sunstead mark from the Solstice 2021 event. Okay, so now let's talk shaders. For your helmet, you have on the Revelry Stoic. On your arms and on your legs, you have on the Noble Constant Red. And for your chest and your mark, you have on the Suros Modular. Now, I'll be the first to admit, at first glance, I wasn't too into this Titan, but then I started actually looking at it, which I do with all of your armor sets, by the way. I started to notice a lot of the details, like for example, on the Sunstead plate and on the Sunstead mark, all of those like little intricate lines that go on throughout the armor set, that matches perfectly with the lines on the Iron Fellowship gauntlets. To me, this Titan kind of looks like a guard. Like, this is someone that you would put on either side of a door to make sure no one comes in. I also just like the fact that he's using the Nemean helm. I've seen a lot of people try to make a bunch of sets with this one, but I'm noticing that we're all kind of struggling with it. Like, nothing looks perfect with it. It just kind of doesn't work. It's either too skinny for some sets or too tall for other sets, but this one actually kind of pulls it off. And if you actually look very closely onto the Nemean helmet, you can actually see the same exact pattern that's on all of the Sunstead armor. It's also on the Nemean stuff. Now, my only question to you, Dastardly, is I know you tried it, so why didn't you go with the Noble Constant Red or the Steros Modular on the helmet? Because I would definitely like to see all of those little details that I just talked about turn red, that way it matches everything else. But either way, Dastardly, you did a wonderful job, especially with matching all of the small details together. And now let's go ahead and move on to our last Guardian of the day. Bear with me with the name on this one. It's a Coochie Copy, I believe. I'm telling you, you guys and your names, they get more and more creative every time. Okay, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit done because I had to record this twice because there was a piece of armor that was messed up. Anyway, it's no one's fault, I should have noticed it from the beginning. But for your head, you have on the Nemean hood from the Eververse store. For your arms, you have on the Aaron Swagger ornament from the Eververse store for the Getaway Artist. For your chest, you have the Pyrrhic Ascent robes from the Trials of Osiris. For your legs, you have on the Nemean boots from the Eververse store, and for your bond you have on the Judgment bond from the Prophecy dungeon. And for your shaders, you actually have on a good amount of them. So for your arms and your legs, you have on the Gold Leaf shader. For your head, you have on the Golden Empire. For your chest, you have on the Wicked Overgrowth. And for your bond, you have on the Rasmussen Clan shader. That was a mouthful to go through again, but I had to do it because this Warlock is absolutely amazing. He looks like a Greek god. Or I shouldn't say he, because I think this is a female model for the Warlock. But I just really love the combination of the Nemean hood and the Nemean boots in combination with the Pyrrhic Ascent vestments. They just go so well together despite them being from different cultures. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, of course you know that the Trials of Osiris stuff is supposed to be like ancient Egyptian, but the Nemean sets are actually supposed to be Greek. And if you want to find out more, go ahead and check out this video right here. And actually that video might have inspired me to make a new series, and you guys tell me what you think. I'm going to be doing a series over like armor origins, like where Bungie gets the inspiration to make some of these armor sets, and the first one I'm going to do is that Iron Banner set. But anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. There's just so much to talk about with this set. But yeah, it looks like a Greek god, and I love the way that all of the different armor pieces just fit together so freaking well. Not to mention what a wonderful job that they did with all of the shaders. All of the colors just complement each other so well. This is also one of the rare times where the robes and the hood don't do all of the heavy lifting, like the legs and the gloves and even the bond do their fair share of making this whole entire set come together, and they shine on their own as well. And that is also the reason that I'm going to go ahead and give Coochie Copy the seal of approval. Great job, man. That's what I want to see in a Warlock. Alrighty then, dear viewer, if you ever want a chance to win the seal of approval for yourself, don't forget to hit that link down below to join the Discord server. All of you did a wonderful job, and don't worry guys, I'm going to get back into the rhythm of doing like Destiny 2 fashion showcases all over again, so you're going to see a lot more of these videos and a lot more chances to win that seal. All 6 of you will be posted in our Hall of Fame later on after this video releases. And Guardians, thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and also go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you do love Destiny 2 fashion. I hope to see you in the next video, but in the meantime, go ahead and click on any of these videos popping up in the end card right now. And Guardians, as always, stay beautiful.